Welcome everyone back to the Frankfurt Famous channel. Today, you guys, you can see this smile on my face. I am happy that Chelsea got the victory against Sheffield United, a 2-1 victory, a real hard-fought victory. I definitely said in my previous channel that it was going to be a tough game, and we're going to have to pull out all stops in order to get the victory. So big ups to Chelsea on getting that win and continuing to improve under Tuchel and getting him the victories he needs for us to climb up the ladder. What we're going to do right now is definitely talk about what we noticed in the game, also talk about the formation, and to see if Tuchel's going to try to refreshen up the team, because it seems like we're getting a little bit of injuries and some knocks, and so the season is getting quicker. Champions League is right around the corner, so we want to make sure we have our players as healthy as possible. I have Archie with me again, coming to you guys straight from the Liverpool side of the fence, and we're going to jump into what we saw versus that Man City game. And Archie, I'm going to let you really dive into this once you get onto Liverpool, and just go ahead, yet again, let the fans know what's going on with you, and keep them updated as well.
You want to start with the Liverpool off the back like that?
We'll jump into Liverpool quickly. Let's talk about Chelsea before we head into there, because I know you got a lot to say. But so we saw this game, Chelsea versus Sheffield United. We know Sheffield United right now is at the bottom of the table. They have had some great performances versus the top of the league teams. So coming in, Tuchel had a plan, and the plan was to find a way to break this team down early and quickly. I did love the fact that Timo looked re-energized. Timo's playing one of the best football. Yes, he's not scoring goals, but we're seeing what he is good at, and that is getting behind defenders and making runs into the box. And Tuchel has found a way to get him playing and executing his skills on the wing. He had plenty of opportunities where he was able to go behind the defender, get into the box. He had that beautiful assist to Mason Mount, clinical finish with the left foot. And then we see it again. We see it again that Timo got another penalty because he's just too quick. When he's going one-on-one against any player, defender, goalkeeper, he's really fast. He's really direct, and he tried to pull it around, and he was taken out. Jorginho, for a good reason now, is scoring penalties, and I'm happy to say that I'm good with moving forward with him if he continues to take penalties without the rest of the fluff. Just putting it in the back of the net is what we need. We need goals on the board. But I see that Tuchel has come in with an idea and an identity, and I love the positives, but before I continue to talk about the positives, I want to bring up the negatives that I'm seeing from the display. One of the things that I'm noticing a lot is that he has found a way for us to really open up the middle of the field, but we're still seeing a lack of confidence in front of the goal, especially with the final pass in the third. Kovacic does a great job of receiving the ball in the back, finding ways to pass through the defense, and also getting opportunities to get upfield, but his final pass is frustrating. This guy gets so energized and gets up the field and then forgets that he has to make a decision quicker so then we can get an opportunity to score a goal or get a shot on goal. And when he's making these late passes and our players are up the field, this is causing for teams to understand now they can counter. And this has been happening time and time again. And in front of the goal, we continue to keep fluffing our shots. That has been our weakest point. This is the reason why we're not able to finish off teams in the first half. And we give them an opportunity to get back into the games. Also noticing that Timo has players that he has chosen to play on the team. Zuma is no longer
Tuchel?
Oh, sorry.
You mean Tuchel?
Tuchel has players. I'll raise that. Tuchel has players that he has chosen to play on the team. He has faith in them. He has done a little bit of some youth and also some experience. And he has now replaced Zuma and with Rudiger, which Rudiger has been doing a pretty good performance, but that bonehead mistake that he did with passing the ball to the goalkeeper and not knowing exactly where the keeper was at, I want Tuchel to hold these players accountable for these mistakes. If they're making mistakes like they are, they shouldn't be playing the next game, because Zuma has been taken out of the starting lineup, which I am a fan of Rudiger, but Zuma has been taken out of the starting lineup, and he was playing very well, and now he's not having the opportunity because of the ideas of the manager. So I believe if he's going to give every player opportunity when he sees players making mistakes, next game you have to give the player who didn't play the opportunity to step on the field. I think that's giving everyone a fair chance to show and build a rapport with the manager. Yeah. Archie, what do you think about the performance and also about what I discussed?
Well, let's start with, since we haven't talked since Tuchel got there, I think, right? Yeah. The first game he played, 3-4-3 against Wolves.
Correct.
They pushed Wolves. Yeah, he put them in the back foot. But you guys there was always a worry about a counterattack. Now, in your beginning of your comment, you said the middle's open, which is good going forward for you, but at the same time, it also has a negative effect, which is your midfield's wide open. So if anything break through, the center backs are exposed. So I believe watching Sheffield United, that game was a little bit way too harder than what it should have been. Yeah, Sheffield is tough to beat, even though they are in the bottom. We saw what they did to Manchester United. You know, the January champions. But I don't think there's any much thing I can say against what you just said, because Tuchel is about to get found out if he doesn't change his formation. I don't know whether he's playing 3-4-3 or 3-5-2 or 3-4-3 with a number 10. But the thing is, if you're gonna do that, you need to bring Kai in the game, because he needs to control the game. You can't just bomb forward like that. You play any other team that can sit and counter, they will hurt you guys, because you guys' defense are always exposed, especially when you guys have gone forward and you lose the ball and then the ball is coming back. But what if the team is coming at you guys are solid. You got 5 in the back, 4 in the middle. You're able to hold the team off. Sheffield could have beat you guys if they had taken away all their chances.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The game was very wide open. Chelsea, it was way too hard for Chelsea than Chelsea made it to be, even if that makes sense. I mean, yes, Sheffield is a hard team to beat, but the way the game went is like a penalty, and then they scored off a mistake, which they should have scored 3 goals, but they just kept woofing their chances. And then that Timo cutback was just beautiful, Yeah. But I think Tuchel needs to look at his formation, because if he keep playing that, now he's going to be playing the big boy. He needs to make some changes, because one, you don't have the personnel to play the formation he's playing right now. Kante is not in the game where he could be running around the middle to help him out. Kovacic, as good as he is not a midfield controller. Kai is the dude. But he can't play Kai in the middle, because if he play Kai in the middle, he's going to get exposed, and the middle is just going to be wide open, and you guys are going to be hit with a lot of counterattacks. So he needs to. I prefer that he would be better for him to go 4-2-3-1, and that will make the team more balanced with what's going on. Because even with 4-2-3-1, you could still play Giroud up top with Timo on his left. Timo don't have to come all the way to the back. He could come all the way to the middle and have the 2 holding midfielders help out with the left back. And then you have Kai number 10. And since Chelsea will be able to
poor performance this game. I mean, he was somewhat non-existent, and I think it's still a little bit of the rust and getting used to the formation. So the 4-2-3-1 puts him the best.
Yeah, because the 3-4-3, you need three road runners up top.
Yeah.
You need that's why I think you guys were struggling with Sheffield because you had Giroud up top, but when you get the ball, Giroud is not the guy with the quicker guy on the team.
Yeah, we need Tammy.
So he should have started Tammy up top and then put. And he didn't even play Odoi with you guys. Odoi is injured.
No, so I think he's trying to give Hudson-Odoi a little bit of rest. Odoi came in closer to the second half.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You see, that's the thing. Putting Odoi on the wing back, I don't like that. I'd rather put him in one of the front three.
Mm-hmm.
If you have Timo, Tammy, and Odoi, you got a lot of speed coming at you.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? But if you're gonna go 4-2-3-1, you could put Giroud up top because Giroud can hold the ball and have Timo run towards you. Timo and Odoi on the other side, and they could hold they could run towards. They have pace, and when they have the ball, you see what Timo is doing right now when he has the ball at his feet.
Yeah.
And like you said, he will create a lot of fouls up top for Jorginho to be able to hit those free kicks.
Yeah.
So I think Tuchel needs to be careful and not fall for the okie-doke. Team will let you win a couple of games, and then you will be figure it out. Yeah. Because still, remember, we don't have like 6 or 4 or 5 games left.
Yeah.
There's like a whole half a season left.
Still to go. Yeah.
Still, you know what I mean? So that means he could get found out, and other teams can punish you.
Yeah.
And when they punish you, it could be 3, 4, 5 games in a succession.
Yeah.
But at least, you're playing bad, you're playing and still winning, which is better than anything else.
Yeah, it's all about the results, which is I mean, that's football based off of that. I can't say how much Pep Guardiola continued to say that in his press conference. It's results, a results game.
At the end of the day, it's a result. Yeah, you're right.
So Tuchel has found a way to get these players happy playing in the positions that he has them in, and the squad looks happy, which is amazing to see. He hasn't had enough time to really put his ideas across. I still don't see. I'm not impressed. I don't see a whole different dynamic team that Tuchel's used to putting on the field, and they're passing. But yet again, this is up to the players also as well, because it still seems like the players they don't understand each other yet. And
that's a fact.
It's been a while. It's time for us to see these players actually like being able to put plays together.
Right.
We've had injuries. I can't really express that enough. A lot of teams have had injuries, so I can't really use that as a fallback. But we need to start finishing as wingers, strikers. We need goals from them. We need goals from our midfield. Our goal route from midfield is very poor. You look at Gundogan. He is, oh my God, pressing me. This player misses the penalty, and his energy is still to come in and find his way in the box to get that goal back. So we need, if we're having Jorginho and Kovacic really orchestrating and finding the final passes, if they're not getting the final passes, they need to be finding ways to put the ball in the back of the net when they're getting up higher up the pitch, because we want to use our wingers at the same time to help drag defenders away so we can open up lanes for the midfielders to get into the box, and they have those opportunities. But I want to see some confidence when we're there, because when we're letting teams consistently sit in the game and we're only one up, we're not playing our game anymore. By the time you look at second half, we're so far back in our box. It's like the roles have reversed, and that's not the Chelsea football that we want to be seeing. We brought a lot of attacking players for a reason, because we wanted to see more goals. We wanted to see more entertaining football. And if we're only receiving one goal from players like Timo, who have scored crazy goals in the Bundesliga, Havertz, Ziyech, who is a passing magician, Mason Mount.
Where's Ziyech?
Ziyech, it's one of those things right now where he's used to it. He's coming in and there's a new coach with a new idea. So Ziyech is going to have to really find which place he's going to be able to play in this team, because now that the formation has changed, he's not accustomed to that formation. It's going to really have him being up and down the field. And Ziyech is the type of player who is like Morris. When the formation changed, Morris is really good when he gets the opportunity to really dictate the game, move around, and he's not playing as much defense. That is what Tuchel is really wanting to happen from his wingers. So I think once the formation changes and the dynamics of the team changes under Tuchel, and he doesn't stick to that same formation, we will see Ziyech come in. We also didn't see Pulisic during this game as well, because at this moment he is dealing with a family issue, and Tuchel did let him go ahead and take care of that, because he knows the importance of family, and that comes first. So
you can't lose Ziyech in a year, man. And Ziyech is type of Maris player. They are temperamental. If they're not happy, they're not going to perform.
Yeah.
And they won't have. So whatever Tuchel wants to do, he better make sure he has the right plan to implement it. It's not even the plan itself. It's how you implement the plan. So he needs to be careful, because this is Chelsea.
Yeah.
If the fans start getting disappointed, he might not make it to the next season.
Yeah.
So, and Ziyech, everybody knows Ziyech is good. So I will be okay if Ziyech is in front of Odoi and Odoi is playing wing back, but I still don't like the Odoi playing wing back. It makes no sense. Yeah. He's way too good to be up front.
Yeah.
So Tuchel has his work cut out for him. He needs to start making some good plans, because the games, it'll come a time he's going to be playing some tough teams. All it takes is one team to beat you. Yeah. And everybody's going to copy that stuff.
Yeah.
Trust me, I know.
Yep, they found out Antonio Conte, the 3-4-3 formation didn't work. It won him a Premier League title, but that was a formation that most teams weren't playing. He brought that over from Italy, so he was able to really expose the teams you're playing with, because you're getting a lot of your goal scorers. I mean, if it wasn't for Victor Moses and Marcus Alonso being able to get up and down the field and also provide goals, that would be a tough way for us to really win the league. We were getting goals from all over. Diego Costa, we were finding ways to win games, and now teams understand that formation. It's working now because it's new players who are on the fringe, who are fringe players, are now having the opportunity to play. But like you're saying, this is a formation that's not going to be able to be consistent throughout the season. So he's definitely going to need to use his brain, his mindset, his tactics to tweak it and refreshen up the team, because we're going to be playing against Atletico Madrid, and they are killing it right now. They have brought Suarez to life.
I mean, Suarez is doing. Yeah, we will need to talk about that before that game. It's next week, right?
Yeah, it's going to be the second week of February, so it's coming up.
Yeah, so because we play Leipzig next Tuesday.
Yeah.
So those games, I can't wait for Champions League. Yeah, we need that. Yeah. But talking about Chelsea.
February 23rd, last week of February. Take that back.
Oh, okay. So you guys are a week after. Okay.
Yeah.
But he's winning. Yeah. So when you are winning, the players will do whatever you want. But this Zuma thing, we need to discuss a little bit more. So he got Rudiger, Aspi, and who's the other?
And it's Andres Christensen right now, since the
oh my injured. God, that's Manu's best friend. I hope he's there when we get there.
Yeah,
I mean, when you guys come to Anfield. But
man, I'm telling you, he's smarter than that.
It shows Zuma is not injured.
So what happened in training a few days ago, Zuma and Kai Havertz got into like not a scuffle, but they were, they're usually going pretty rough in practice, and they both injured themselves. So he's been sitting out, and so has Havertz. That's why you haven't seen him play.
Oh, okay. I see why. All right. So, they're nursing, but we're going towards the final stretch. Your players got to be healthy, because remember, Leicester had the fourth spot or the third spot on lock And then all of a sudden, 3 and 4 of their starters got injured, and Chelsea and Man U sneaked in. So yeah. The thing with Tuchel, just like Klopp, they go in hard.
Yeah.
And the thing is, Tuchel has got a new, Santa got a new bag. Chelsea is his new bag. That's his new thing, because he couldn't do what he's doing right now at PSG, because those players they will not go for that crap.
Yeah.
So Chelsea has a lot of young players, so he could push them, and then he got the old players that he's managing. So he's coming up with these new tricks, but he needs to understand this is the EPL.
Yeah.
Everybody's running 100 miles per hour. So Klopp learned that the hard way. Players were getting injured left and right. It was mostly muscle injury. It had nothing to do with somebody, game time injury. It was just practice injury.
Yeah.
So
well, now that we're talking about Klopp, let's talk about the spanking you guys received. Since we're talking about Klopp and Liverpool, let's really get a little bit more into what that display was versus Manchester City. And I do want to talk a little bit about Klopp's interview also as well. But go ahead and let everyone know how red Liverpool is.
No, Liverpool is red. This is annoying as, oh my Lord. I almost lost my religion yesterday. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. Klopp. Okay, let me calm down. This thing has been brewing over since we won the Champions League. All right, everybody likes to blame the owners. The owners do not pick the team. This is not Real Madrid where Perez is the one who chooses the team players. Edwards, Klopp, and the recruitment team plan the team. How are we going to move forward? They present that to the owners, and they give the budget to the owners, and the owners will tell them, okay, we can afford this or we can afford this. Mm-hmm. When we won the Champions League, that was the time where Klopp needed to start bringing 1 or 2 high-quality superstars to say that this is how we're moving forward. Now you're getting everybody looking at you like, okay, Liverpool is about to be a problem for a long time. As much as I don't like this team, but Sir Alex did that for years. Every time he wins, he added in a superstar to his squad. Klopp did not buy any single player. I mean, he bought a kid, but that kid went straight to the under 23.
Yeah.
When he was asked, he brushed everybody off. Okay, I was fuming. But then guess what the man did? The man went into the season and won the season by December. So I had to shut up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then COVID hit. So yes, you were doing something right. You had a great plan. Everything was working. Now COVID hit. Now we don't have fans in the stadium. TV, no football for about 4 months. Now we are all struggling. You don't have the money anymore. So now all the plan A and B that you did doesn't work. So you got to scratch it.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. You won the league. Summer comes in. You let Lovren go. You knew Lovren was going to go the year before. You let him stay for 1 more year, and then you let him go. Why don't you buy a center back? You did get the left back that we needed. You brought in another attacker because you realized that we were being found out up front. We needed a center back. Jamie Carragher, who ever since that guy went to Skype, I don't really listen to him anymore, brought it up and said, hey, dude, this is kind of a gamble for you to go to the full season without a center back.
Yeah.
Klopp came hard on him and said, dude, Pundits need to stay doing what Pundits does and let us coaches do what we do. He said the reason why I didn't get a center back, he said the reason why I didn't get another center back because I got 3 world-class center back. Now I have Fabinho, who is going to be our 4th supporting center back. Mm-hmm. Okay, that makes sense. Virgil goes down. First thing you do when Virgil goes down is you start looking. You can't buy anybody in January because they know Virgil's down. So any price you go in is going to be a premium. So you start looking at the loan options. Regardless of whether he comes back or not, you still look for options. Because the thing that is even infuriating Liverpool fans is you knew Matip and Gomez are injury prone. The only constant player in the back has been Virgil. You know, the only time Matip and Gomez get a chance to play is when one of them is injured.
Exactly.
So why didn't you buy a center back? This is the reason why we're struggling, because the center back has now morphed into midfielders playing center back.
Yeah.
You know, and you don't have the midfielders that do the job that these two guys do, i.e. Hendo and Fabinho.
Yeah.
They are good at what Henderson doesn't get a lot of love, but the man is good at what he does.
Yeah.
And he protects Trent a lot of time. Now you see how Trent is struggling.
Oh, Trent's getting exposed. I mean, the
He's getting exposed left and right. Look what Sterling did to him.
Yeah.
Sterling was blowing past him easy. The first goal, it was off him.
Yeah.
It was so easy, you know? So
this thing was just off, for some reason.
He's been off for a long time. And this is a whole different kettle of fish, because Trent is feeling his sauce a little bit too much.
Yeah.
Yes. Because look at Trent and Robinson. Robinson came from the school of hard knocks. Yeah. The man has to bust his behind to get where he is. So he doesn't care if he won everything, he still wants some more. Trent, everything was given to Trent. Yes, Trent has been working his butt off since he was 9 years old, and he's made it all the way through the ranks. That's beautiful. But if you look at it technically, everything was given to him. He didn't have to struggle.
Yeah.
Compared to Robinson, where Robinson was a relegated player.
Robinson got exposed, though. Phil Foden exposed Robinson.
At that time in the game, they had, it was 3-1.
Yeah.
But how many times did Robinson get exposed?
I mean, he did get scored on the last goal by Phil Foden, and the last assist
by
Foden as well.
No, I'm talking about since last year. The only player that I've seen expose Robinson was Gnabry from Bayern.
Yeah.
And then what's the name? And sometimes, Traore who put a fear of God on him once in a while.
Yeah.
But Robinson always, out of all the bad bunch, he's always the one who plays well. Yeah. Trent, for some reason, is not playing well. And that needs to be addressed. Personally, I think they need to move him out the right back and push him up to the midfield, which is his natural position. Bring another right back in who is going to compete with him, and then he has to know that I have to compete with the midfielders, and then I have to compete with a guy right on me. Nico Williams is too young. He's not at the level. Trent is a whole different type of player.
Yeah.
He's a levels. The problem is he's not playing well, so he's getting exposed left and right. His weaknesses right now is being exposed.
Yeah.
Up top. Firmino, oh my Lord. Bobby, what's going on? Ever since Bobby became born-again Christian, he lost that killer instinct.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hey, he was scoring goals, and all of a sudden he's on a drought. Canada dry.
Dude, God loves you anyway. What did I used to say? God will forgive you at the end. Yeah. Go in there and kill them, Bobby. And then, one thing I remember the text you sent me, something is wrong in the camp. And I agree with you. Mm-hmm. Something is definitely wrong in the camp.
Yeah.
Something is very, very wrong in the camp. And now I'm blaming from the optics. I'm blaming Klopp because he is loyal to a fault.
Yeah.
So the players they don't care. They just hit the ceiling and then it's okay, we won everything.
Yeah.
Alex Ferguson look at you and be like, okay, you know what? Call your agent. We're buying somebody else.
Yeah.
Or he will keep you there and bring somebody else and bench you. Look what he did to Bebeton. Bebeton was a high-scoring player in Tottenham. He was a high goal scorer in the league, but he was sitting on the bench. Yeah. Tevez on the bench. And then when he feels like it, he will put Rooney on the bench.
Yeah.
The only person he loved was Ronaldo, and Ronaldo was a killer. Mm-hmm. So he didn't have to worry about that. And I'll give you an example. When Ox got injured, he was playing very well when he got injured. Klopp said, I will wait for him. That's the best thing a coach can do and the best thing a team can do.
Yeah.
But guess what? When he came back, subconsciously, he didn't have no pressure. He knew, they love me, they will keep me here regardless. So he didn't push himself beyond what he was before the injury. He got relaxed. And when he got relaxed, his body started failing him because he was not pushing himself a little bit better. he became like every little game he gets injured and he's gone.
Yeah.
Ox hasn't been Ox since we brought him from Arsenal.
Yeah.
So now if you look at that way, you'll be like, well, what are you talking about? What I'm talking about is when Klopp is too loyal, the players feel like we are safe.
Definitely. 100%. I
So,
agree with you.
you know what I mean? And Ox coming in and coming through that bad injury that he had, he was like, I'm safe. I will still get a chance to play. I just have to work my way up. He didn't feel that stink of, oh my God, they either going to send me on loan or they're going to sell me. I want to stay. He didn't have that fear anymore. You know, and that's what the players right now does not have. And it is annoying. It is literally annoying. It's like you can't even, if you were to banter me right now, what am I going to say?
Yeah. Nothing.
I mean,
nothing. I want to know what does he need to do? What does he need to do? What does Klopp need to do right now to re-energize these players and make them feel like their position isn't guaranteed? Because right now I'm not going to just say this Man City game is going to be the detriment to the rest of your season, but
yeah,
if you are seeing that there's a form of conflict in the squad, I mean, top four isn't guaranteed for anybody but maybe Man City. It's a toss-up from Man United all the way down to the 6th position.
To Chelsea, yeah.
Yeah. So what do you think that Klopp needs to do right now, even though you brought in the defenders, you brought in 2 that you are coming in to fill in that position. Yes, they're going to need a little bit of time to adjust to playing in a new league, but what is the thing you're going to do, and what is Klopp going to figure out about these players to get them up to speed, because the season isn't over and it's just getting even tougher from here?
So personally, if anybody can figure this thing out, it's Klopp. But if what I feel like he can do was the same thing he did when we played Manchester United in the FA Cup. Granted, we lost. We were frustrated because Liverpool don't never want to lose to Man U. What he was doing was he was back to the basics, which was press, Genga press. We didn't go full Genga press. We go mild Genga press, push pressure on Man U at the top, at the defense, at the center backs. And then when we have the ball, it was quick passes, pass and move, pass and move, pass and move, which is something that it is in Liverpool's DNA. We created that stuff. You know? If he goes back to that, we will be playing much better. And I'll give you an example. When you watch us play Tottenham, that's exactly what we did. We pressed them high. When we got the ball was moving quick. Every time Thiago has the ball, Mane and Salah was in front of him. When we played West Ham, the second half, that's how we did. There was a lot of energy. We got the ball was moving quick. When Thiago got it, everybody was in front of him. The Brighton game and the Man City game, especially the Man City game. Even the commentator was saying, I had to mute him because he was annoying me. Why is it like we go on a counter attack and when we get to the final third, they slow down? You know?
Yeah.
And at the beginning of the game, Mane had Anderson gave a bad pass. Mane got it at the final third. Instead of going straight to their throat, shoot it. At least let them know we here.
Yeah.
Or pass it to Salah. This brother went on the runabout all the way back to defense, dribbled the ball all the way to defense and brought it back. By that time, their defense was already set up.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. And that one, I believe, is Klopp telling them to do that. Why are you slowing down in the final third? Look what City did. City, in the beginning, I told my boy T, I was like, listen, I didn't like Jones starting, and I didn't like Henderson and Fabinho playing the back. One of them should have been in the middle, because I would rather have, if you're going to have those two in the back, I'd rather have Milner starting and then bring Jones off the bench.
Yeah.
And it's like, why? I said, because City is not going to be attacking us. They're going to sit. And the game started, it's like, you see, City is not sitting. I said, yeah, you watch. They're not going to play like this during the whole game. Within 20, 25 minutes, you could see City was slowly falling back. And then they were trying to hit us on the counterattack. And that counterattack was Sterling and Goodigan just, or Foden just going 100 miles per hour to our defense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now, talking about Jones. Jones was playing well. To me, he was even playing better than Foden. And then you sub him and bring Milner, which killed the midfield.
Yeah.
And then that even made it worse for Thiago. This is the reason why everybody is thinking that Thiago is slowing the game. It's not. Thiago is the forward-thinking player. When he gets the ball, he wants to go forward. So when he gets the ball and Mane and Salah and Bobby is right behind him or right beside him, he has to slow the game down for them to go out.
Yeah.
And yesterday's game was apparent to the point where we did not counterattack one time. And to me, that is Klopp's decision. That is not the players feeling like, oh, we don't have confidence. No, the players can play. I believe Klopp is the one who told them, when you get to the final third, slow the game down, be careful so that you don't get hit on a counterattack back that way. So now the players are subconsciously cautious.
Yeah.
You know, so for me, Klopp needs to go back to the basics. And I know he can do it because he's the best manager in the world. You know, Pep might be creeping in back again, but I still believe Klopp is the best. Go back to the basics. Gang the press. You don't have to go 100 because we don't have the legs for it. But gang the press, when we have the ball, move the ball forward, stop this side to side and backwards passes. It doesn't work. Henderson trying to give a quarterback ball from the center back all the way on top of the defenders. Our players are 5'2". Diaz is like 6'7". How are you going to kick the ball over his head?
They are always trying to figure out ways to catch the defense lacking because they understand that your players come with speed. I mean, the pundits were just giving Ruben Diaz so much credit for being possibly and probably the best defender right now in the Premier League. And then he makes that mistake by holding Salah back because Salah was able to utilize his speed to put Diaz in the wrong position. But I mean, you're hearing it now, Klopp. Archie's letting you know, go back to the basics.
Go back to the basics, man.
Stop making it difficult.
I mean, you saw it.
Yeah.
You saw it
on your team.
And look at who is the coach who has the most defensive nuance? And that is Mourinho. And we were able to break his team down at the new White Hart Lane. And that was because the ball was moving so fast that Kane and Son could not even get the chance to even play.
Yeah.
You know, in Ndombele, who's a great player, who's a press-resistant player, even him, he played a good game, but he was struggling.
Yeah.
You know? West Ham, first half we were crap. I mean, we played well, but we were crap. But second half, we went back to the basic, get the ball. Salah just started creating things because now he has opportunities.
Yeah.
But this thing is Salah also needs to put himself in a position where he's going to try. He needs to stop trying to get the ball way wide and trying to dribble 10 or 4 people. Look what you did to Diaz. Diaz is a good defender. He's a great one-on-one defender. He's also a brainiac. But when you have speed, because if you remember when he first got to City and they played Leicester, you saw what Vardy did to him.
He exposed him.
He exposed him. You know, and right now Pep has also changed his style of play. He's not all attack anymore. Pep is a little bit reserved and then gradually attack. So it's time for Klopp to go to the basics. And one thing that a lot of Liverpool fans are talking about is change the formation. If you change the formation, that will help. Because now we are too easy to be figured out. But we need Naby, we need especially Jota. Jota has to come back. Yeah. And I think when he comes back, things gonna change.
Yeah, I hope you know, you guys can get back healthy. Same with us. Get back healthy. Get the season going again. Finding a new way to change up and refreshing up the squad. I think dire need of that in order to keep the position. I don't see Liverpool dropping. I know everyone wants this to be the storyline, the headline that Liverpool are champions and
Roy Keane needs to shut up, man. You can't be mad all the time, dude.
Definitely.
One day you're happy with the team. Oh, they are the best team in the world. The next, oh, they are the worst champion, dude.
You know what it is? It's about keeping the topics going. It's about keeping people's attention driven towards the negative and the positive aspect. That's going to get people to talking. So we want to bypass that because you know exactly where the team stands. But you guys, I want everyone, taking the chance to view and what we're talking about and the information we're going over. I want you guys to really let us know what you think about us moving forward. You're seeing, do you think the formations need to change? Is it best that Tuchel also comes in and refreshes up the team? We play a FA Cup game coming up soon, so we should see some players who haven't had an opportunity to really show their skill set in front of him that chance. And then also for Liverpool, is it going to be a tougher season than it should be?
It's going to be a dogfight.
It's normal.
It's going to be a dogfight for the 4th place. So all we need to just be in the 4th place, because right now I'm seeing that, and I could tell. I mean, there were some rumors that the owner said we're going to change the way we do business, and that means they're going to stop doing this. Oh, we're going to plan for the future, so we're not going to buy nobody and then just wait till that future to happen, and then we're going for Mbappe, we're going for Upamecano. No, if you're going to go for Mbappe, that's cool, but get the pieces ready for him to come in.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, this summer we need a wholesale this summer, in and out. Otherwise, we done.
Yep.
So, this league, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. This is gonna be a good league. This is gonna be a good opportunity. Now, if those who are tuning into the EPL, stay tuned. There's a lot of things that are going to be happening. You're seeing the top 4 at the moment. It's going to be changing. So I want to thank everyone for tuning in and listening to some Chelsea football and Liverpool football as well, as we want to give you guys our opinions and what we noticed during this game. Also want to thank you, Archie, for stopping by again.
Thank you, sir.
Giving us a little bit of a rant about this defeat, but staying on top of your guys' heels, and hopefully we're going to see positives coming your way, sending it your way. But, we
will be back. We will be back. Remember last time I told you I'm going to keep pulling my hair. Dude, my hairline is going so far back right now.
Yeah. All right, you guys. Well, thank you, Archie.
All right. Thank you, guys. Hey, guys, like, subscribe, man.
Subscribe.
We need your help on that, please. We need your help.
Definitely. Yeah. The more you guys like, the more we'll be able to send you information going on around the club, and it helps so much for us as we're trying to get our for you as well. So,
all right, boss.
Soon.